Until dawn, game of death. For friends, Ethan, Olivia, Ava, and Logan were hiking since morning on a deserted mountain trail in America. Evening had started to set in, and the path seemed confusing to them. Just then, Ethan saw a board and realized they had taken a wrong path, because the name on that board was of a different valley, which wasn't part of their hiking trail. It was getting dark, and going back wasn't safe anymore. Ethan remembered how locals had told him that there was a visitor center near such a board. He told everyone to follow him, and soon they saw the visitor center. They decided they'd leave in the morning so they could return safely in daylight. As they reached near the building of the visitor center, suddenly the clouds turned black, and it started raining. They quickly entered the building. As soon as they went inside, the rain outside got heavier, and thunder started rumbling in the sky. They locked the door from inside and kept their bags and other stuff near the door. Ethan used some papers and old furniture lying around to light up the fireplace, and they all sat down to wait out the night. At that time, it was around 6:45 in the evening. Olivia and Ava were feeling a strange sense of anxiety inside the visitor center. Just then, Ethan laughed and told them that when he was speaking with a local man, the man said that this visitor center was considered haunted. He said that whoever comes here never goes back. A few months ago, a girl named Melanie had come here and never returned from a valley. Ethan was mocking the local superstitious talk when suddenly the windows and doors started opening by themselves. All the light bulbs in the building burst due to the strong wind. The fire in the fireplace also extinguished by itself, and it started snowing heavily outside. The weather suddenly became extremely cold. Somehow, they managed to close the door again, reignited the fireplace, and lit a bunch of candles to bring light back into the building. But just then, Logan realized that Olivia was missing. They all started looking for Olivia inside and outside, but there was no trace of her. Logan was in the main hall when he suddenly heard someone running outside. He thought it might be Olivia and followed the sound. Then he saw a human-like figure in the snow. He called out Olivia's name, but when the figure turned around, Logan's soul trembled, because the person looked exactly like Logan, the same face, but with black holes under the eyes and skin peeling off the body, as if someone had skinned him alive. Logan began trembling with fear. Meanwhile, Ethan, who was looking for Olivia in a corridor inside the visitor center, saw his own hands in the fireplace's light and screamed. Because there were deep bite marks on them, it looked like some animal had attacked him. He screamed loudly, and hearing his voice, a terrified Ava and Logan came back to the main hall. Before Logan and Ethan could say anything, they saw Ava and were shocked. It looked like a worm or a bomb had crawled into Ava's cheek and was moving inside. Ava suddenly started experiencing immense pain. As soon as they went near Ava, the worm started spreading under her skin, and her face turned completely black. They all got very scared and ran toward the door, but as soon as they opened it, Olivia's dead body fell on them, and behind it stood a terrifying man wearing a mask. The three of them didn't understand anything, but before they could react, the masked man pulled out an axe from behind and brutally killed all three. But a while later, they all opened their eyes again, not in a hospital, but inside the same visitor center. Olivia was also with them. All four were sitting near the fireplace. They couldn't understand what had just happened. Then they looked at the time. It was 6:45 p.m., the same time when all this started. Without wasting any time, they ran out of the visitor center. After going a little distance, they thought they were finally safe. But then the trees in the forest started shaking, and they saw a huge creature in front of them. Before they could understand what was happening, the monster came toward them and started eating them. Screaming in pain, all four lost consciousness again. And once again, they woke up inside the same visitor center. The clock still showed 6:45 in the evening. They understood that they were stuck in a time loop, but to find a way out of it, they started searching the building. In the meantime, they found a room where there were photos of several missing people, including theirs, with a date marked 8 days later. On the wall of that room was written, "If you want to live, you have to survive until dawn." Just then, someone hit them on the head with a baseball bat. When they woke up again, they were in the main hall of the visitor center. It was still 6:45 p.m., before they could understand anything. They died again in a new way. They kept trying to escape the valley, but they couldn't survive until morning. And after 8 days, news came out that 4 people, Ethan, Logan, Olivia, and Ava, were missing. They never made it out of the visitor center alive. But will Clover and her friends be able to escape from here alive? Clover has come to the same visitor center in search of her missing sister Melanie. Will Clover and her friends be able to survive in this valley until dawn? Will they be able to find Melanie? Or will they also become part of the missing legends of the valley? To find out, watch the brand new horror thriller, Until Dawn, which is based on this unique survival concept. Until Dawn is releasing in theaters on 25th April. I'm super excited for this movie by hitting the subscribe button and listen every week to spine-chilling horror stories.